Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm gonna share with you what I think is the best buy and hold neighborhood on all of 30A. All right guys, so this is the neighborhood we're gonna be talking about. It's Seacrest Beach neighborhood, and it is located right in between Rosemary Beach, and right here is Alice Beach, and tucked right in between them is this little neighborhood called Seacrest Beach. Now, Seacrest Beach has positives and it has negatives. Let me start with the negatives. The negatives are, the lots are a little small, so it gets pretty crammed in here during peak season. The beach access, its deeded beach access is a little small, which is right down here. It's a little small for the size of the neighborhood. Its positives are, it has this absolutely massive 12,000 square foot lagoon pool, which is a big attraction for renters or part-time guests. Its other positives are, obviously, it's tucked right in between Alice Beach and Rosemary Beach, which is some of the best real estate on 30A. But the thing is that Seacrest Beach is priced much more affordable, and that is because of the negatives that we touched on first. But I do think long-term, if we're going buy and hold, we're gonna rent it out, we're gonna take the appreciation, and we're gonna take the depreciation, and we're gonna hold this thing and let Rosemary Beach and Alice Beach kind of lift us up. That's why I think this is one of the best buys. Now let's talk about some of the price points that you can get in this neighborhood at, and let's talk about some of the rental numbers. All right, so you can get in this neighborhood for as low as about $1.3 to $1.4 million. This is the lowest price home in the neighborhood, currently listed at 1.38. It was built about 20 years ago. And for that 1.38 million, you're gonna get about 4 bedrooms and a 2,400 square feet, a 20-year-old home. And one of the negatives I didn't touch on previously with this neighborhood is the parking. Not a ton of homes in this neighborhood have got garages, only just a select few. So you're gonna see a lot of kind of on-street parking or curbside parking in this neighborhood. See something like that, a little pad you can pull into. This is obviously at the lowest price point in the neighborhood. The home's gonna be a little dated, probably needs maybe 150, 200K in upgrades to bring it fully back to life and get premium top dollar rental numbers for it. Let's just take a look at some of the pictures. As you can see, there's the pool, and it's basically a straight shot down to this beach access. The neighborhood does come with like a tram that'll take you during peak seasons. I think it's from like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It'll take you down to the beach access. So that's kind of the lower tier of the neighborhood. If you want to step up and get something at the higher price point, maybe a little bit of a bigger lot, more square footage, this is something you would be looking at. This is gonna be about 2,700 square feet, built within the last 8 years. Comes on a larger lot, obviously. This comes with a pool, more square footage, and obviously much more updated. Actually looks like they've done a pretty good job as far as like setting it up to be a rental. This is maybe a neighborhood where you don't have to have a pool, but it's a great addition to have your own private pool. They've got stuff like this, artwork and wallpaper, helping it pop on the pictures for the Airbnb. But as you can see, much more updated, more spacious, got an extra bedroom, private pool, better lot. This is something that you'll be seeing at the higher price point in Seacrest. So that's basically the two ends of the spectrum, depending on which way you want to enter the neighborhood. Personally, I would be looking to get a deal on this 1.38. Not as great of a lot, but I know that I can come in and put 150, 200K in upgrades. I'm going to be all in about probably 1.5, 1.6. And I know I can probably do a better ROI on that Airbnb than I would at the 2.6 range. So if I'm looking for the long-term play here, I would come in at the lower price point. I would do the upgrades, try to maximize rental revenue as much as I could. And then as time goes on, use the depreciation and the appreciation that I'm gonna get being sandwiched in between Alice Beach and Rosemary, and just let that continue to lift my house up. All right, so taking a look at some of the Airdna numbers, as you can see here, the market in that neighborhood is saturated, so you're gonna have to come in strategically and make sure you get a good buy and you're positioning your home correctly on Airbnb. But there are some people that are doing some killer numbers in here. Let's take a look. This guy right here, not even on Airbnb, only on VRBO it looks like. And he did 182,000 with a 5-bedroom, not even in a killer location. Take a look at his house. Got a small little private pool out back. Definitely a new recent build. Nicely updated. Honestly, a killer Airbnb. A+ operator. I think he did a great job with this. So that's his listing in the back of the neighborhood. Let's take a look at a couple more here. Here's a 4-bedroom, did 150. This would be kind of closer to the 1.38 buy I was talking about, that you would be all in with upgrades about 1.5, 1.6. Looks like they did 150K. Airdna thinks their revenue would max out around 170. Check their calendar real quick. Got some decent bookings so far. Let's check it out on Airbnb. Look at how they're positioned. Nothing too crazy. I think this could be done much better, but it's a nice clean aesthetic. Very clean, very white, a little too hospital-y for me. And honestly, for most Airbnb renters, but they still did pretty good numbers. I definitely would have positioned the pool at the very, very top and tried to sell the pool, but that's neither here nor there. Looks like they've still done pretty good numbers on this Airbnb. They brought in 151 with the potential to do 170, but this is exactly what I would be looking to do on that 1.38 listing. It was also a 4-bedroom, 4-bath. If you were to come in and buy that thing at 1.38, maybe you get it for 1.3, you put a couple $100K in it, you're in it at 1.5, you're doing about 10% gross on your money. And that's basically what you can be expecting in this neighborhood. Is it the best ROI in all of 30A? No, but it's a pretty good one. But the fact that it has a pretty good ROI and it being sandwiched in between Rosemary and Alice Beach, I think it is the best long-term hold. And that is why I think Seacrest neighborhood in between Rosemary Beach and Alice Beach is the best long-term buy and hold neighborhood on all of 30A right now. And if you're looking for an investment property on 30A, give me a call at the number on the screen and let's start talking about your options today.